Hello there guys, my name is Shawn Sanbrooke and welcome to Theme Park Worldwide, the show. Yes, it's time for another on location episode and we are here at a very, very quiet Flamingo Land resort. Along with that, we're going to be bringing you magic moments, merch paradise and shout outs. It's going to be great along with having a look around this awesome park. My name's Shawn Sanbrooke, this is Theme Park Worldwide, the show, and that means it's time to cue those titles and be a hero. So yes, once again, a very warm welcome to the latest episode of Theme Park Worldwide, the show here from Flamingo Land. Now, as you can see, that there is Mumbo Jumbo. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about all the different selection of rides they've got here. As you can see there, it is a Guinness World Record holder. Obviously now that has been broken by a couple of other roller coasters. As you can see by the sign, there you go, it's even making a little noise for us. When this ride opened a few years back, it did have the steepest drop on a roller coaster in the world, and that was in 2009. I was actually here in 2009 when it first opened, and it's an amazing ride. It's really, really good. It's definitely worth coming to check out. Obviously manufactured by S&S. It's an El Loco style ride, and there's one of these just opened actually in Las Vegas in the Circus as well, which is an S&S El Loco. Not many of them, they're quite uncommon, and so it's good to have one in the UK. Much like a lot of the rides here at Flamingo Land, and there is some strange stuff. Now, moving on to the next ride, which is Kumali. Some shots of that coming up on your screen. Kumali, that is a Vekoma suspended looping coaster, also known as an SLC if you're a bit of a geek out there, I know your geek terminology. But yeah, it's an SLC, much like Infusion, except it's not quite as rough. Me and John were saying earlier, it's actually a lot more, it's probably the best SLC around. I do like Jubilee Odyssey as well, but I do like the theming of this. I think Kumali is really good. You can see some shots of it going around there on your screen. Kumali is just a generally good ride. But yeah, that's enough of me talking about it. Let's have a little bit of look of on-ride footage of Kumali, the fantastic SLC roller coaster here at Flamingo Land. So there you saw a bit of footage of Kumali there, which is the Vekoma suspended looping coaster. And here it is just around us. As you can see, it's a very nice ride. I really love the colour scheme. I like the track colour, I like the support colour, and I like the actual themes of this ride. It was actually named after one of the animals here at the park as well when it opened. And it's just a generally good ride. I mean, these SLCs, when they've got the custom layouts, they can actually be really good rides, unlike Infusion. But that's just my personal opinion. I much prefer the B&M inverted coasters. But it doesn't make this a bad coaster at all. It's got a good track layout, quite a short ride, but unfortunately it does just run on the one train, which means on busy days it can obviously get quite a queue, much like the rides here. But it is a very good park. So we'll move on to some of their other coasters later on and just talk about some of their other rides. I want to talk a bit about Pterodactyl. There's some shots of that on your screen there for you. And that there is, and it's a brilliant swing ride. I mean, it takes you over some of the enclosures as well. It looks like you're going right over the rhinos. And it's just, again, a genuinely good ride here at the park. And you got the Lost River ride, which is one of the their boat rides here. It's a shoot the chute, which is really good. It takes you through some of the enclosures, through like the giraffes and stuff like that, which is great. You got Splash Battle here as well. You got all sorts of stuff. And I'm actually getting 2 brand new credits here on this trip. We've got the little Twistosaurus roller coaster, which I've not yet done, and of course Hero. So later on in the show you're going to get my full review of Hero. Well, yeah, let's have a little look around the park at some little shots for you guys, so you can really get the feel of what Flamingo Land is all about. you can see, we're now in the metropolis area of Flamingo Land Resort with this beautiful ride behind me. This is my favourite ride here at Flamingo Land. It's also known as Velocity. It's a Vekoma booster bike launch coaster, and that's its technical name. You're going to see in a second going around us behind me. This ride starts off with the launch, and we'll take you around a series of helixes, quite tight bends and stuff as well, and it gives quite a bit of force there. The restraint system on this, you are sat on a motorbike, you sit down on your seat, and it pulls back in forwards of you. Here's the ride now. Fantastic, look at it go. It's quite forceful on these bends as well, that you can see. That round into a 360 over there in the side. Quite an intense part of the track. We'll bring you around to the final bunny hop, which is just here. Before heading round into the brake run. So you can see there's a nice ride, not too long, probably about a 30-second ride time. And the park claim that it reaches 60 mile an hour on the launch. I believe that it doesn't, and it's a 50 mile an hour launch, but on the signs they do say 60. For what it feels, it's a 50 mile an hour, and also looking at the manufacturer's specs, it is a 50 mile an hour launch. It's quite forceful. It's my favourite launch coaster in the UK actually, which is quite a big statement. I do prefer it over Stealth and Rita. I just like the freedom of the restraints. As I was saying before, the little beauty launched off, it pulls round and clamps your body in, which is quite cool. Yes, one of my favourite rides in the UK, really like that. Also you got Twistosaurus, bit of footage of that there on your screen. That's one of their new rides, that's the Zamperla, a little spinning coaster. And then you've also got some other great rides here at the park, like Flip Flop, other rides that you saw earlier on in the show, like the Lost River ride. There's quite a good selection of rides here at the park. You've got Zoom, a bit of footage of that there, which is like themed around an aeroplane takeoff. And also you've got the side, which is just behind here. If John just shows you there a little bit of that. And that's actually where the old Vekoma corkscrew ride used to be. That's obviously going to be the next coaster site. I mean, it's open for opportunity. What's going to go there, I don't know. I'd like to see a wooden coaster, maybe a bit like Balder at Liseberg. That's a really good ride, and that's an Intamin. Whether an Intamin would be too expensive for them here yet or not, I don't know, but the possibilities are endless. Comment below on the show, or tweet them in at Theme Park WW or on our Facebook page by searching Theme Park Worldwide. Let me know what you think and I'll put it in next week's show. But now let's have a little look at Hero and my review of this interesting new roller coaster. So as you can see there behind me, that there is Hero. It's the park's Zamperla Volair flying coaster. Now this opened in 2013, so last year. I spoke a lot about it on the show last year and I wanted to come and ride it just to see what it's like. Everybody said, Shawn, it's awful, don't bother. But I'm here today to come and ride it. Just come off, we've had a few rides on it, and wow, it is quite bad. I'd probably give it 2 or maximum 3 out of 10. It's not the best ride at all. So it starts with this very interesting lift hill, as you can see going on there in the background. It takes up this spiral lift hill. It's quite fast. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. Not too painful. Makes a little bit of noise. But when the pain really kicks in is after, you'll see a bit of footage on your screen now of what I'm talking about. It comes down a little drop and stuff. Before taking you around some really tight corners. That's fine. It's when you go down the drop and into them inversions. It's got 2 of them and they're quite painful. I mean, the way the restraints work on this ride, it doesn't really push you back in very much. If you're maybe a larger person or got bigger shoulders, you might be a bit more comfortable on this than someone who's a bit skinnier, a bit thinner. But yeah, my review of this ride, I wouldn't give it more than a 3 out of 10, probably a 2 out of 10. I mean, it's not anything special. I'd rather have had the ride that was here before, which was actually a Marathon Wild Mouse coaster, which is now operating as Marbles over at Pleasurewood Hills. I'll be there in the summer, so make sure you check that out on the show. Well, don't get me wrong, it's an alright ride. It's nothing spectacular. It's the worst coaster of the big 4 here at Flamingo Land. But there you go, that is Hero, the Zamperla Volair here at Flamingo Land. Interesting ride, very interesting. So yeah, it is now time for Merch Paradise. I hope you've enjoyed a little look there around the wonderful Flamingo Land Resort. As you can see, they've got a fantastic selection of rides and attractions. But that's just a small look at it. They've got the zoo, with lots of good things in there. Quite a lot of smaller rides for the little ones as well. And then of course you got all the Holiday Village and stuff, and this opens actually in the evening for Holiday Village guests where they can come down, all sorts of entertainment and stuff like that going on. But yes, if you look there, that photo, that there is of 2 new mugs that I've got there from Lightwater Valley yesterday. What you got there is you got a white one with Lightwater Valley and also one in black as well. 2 awesome mugs there that'll be coming back to the World of Theme Parks when I head back there this evening. Now let's have a little look at your merchandise then. First up we've got Noah with a selection of maps just there. Look at that there, brilliant selection. You're going to end up with a little mini World of Theme Parks one day. So thanks for sending that in. Look at the tunes in it, it's good. It's a bit more of a groovy merch paradise. Next up you got Jenny Cousins there with a medal from the Dungeons. I know she's been to the London Dungeons quite a bit and she really enjoys it down there. Thanks for sending that in. Next up we've got Dan Bannon. He's also got an awesome selection of maps there, which is quite cool. So thanks for sending them in. And then finally, we've got Jack Boynton with an Alton Towers Teddy. Oh, awesome. Look at that there. Really nice item. Thanks for sending them in to us here on the show. If you do have any merchandise or any magic moments, just make sure you send them in by the usual method that I'll tell you at the end of the next section, which is going to be magic moments.
There's magic moments filled with love.
So yes, it's now time for Magic Moments, once again here from Flamingo Land. And first up we've got the wonderful Adam Parks, who's actually been to Angry Birds Land at Thorpe Park, which opened a few weeks ago. And there he is with the 4D cinema with those glasses on, looking quite cool there. Can't wait to be down there. Theme Park Worldwide are going to be at Thorpe Park in the next few weeks. So we're looking at Angry Birds Land and of course reviewing it here on the show. Next up we've got William there with his first ride on Valhalla, which is one of my favourite water rides around. Thanks for that, mate. And we've got Lisa the Hedge Cat there with me at the wonderful Alton Towers. Yes, I'm normally there on the turnstiles, so make sure you have a quick photo if you see me there. We've got James Keenan with me last Scarefest, again on the turnstiles, so thanks for sending in those pictures. And we've got Callum Gross on the water slide at the Hollywood Safari Park in Germany. Never been there, I'm quite jealous actually, but looks like you're enjoying yourself there, which is great. Matthew Coleman with me on Bowden at Europa Park. We had a good time there a couple of weeks ago. Of course we have the show there and one of the best vlogs we've ever done, so make sure you check out our vlogs playlist on the channel where you can see that. Second to last you got Owen Thompson on Ben 10 at Drayton Manor. An awesome ride, that is a Vekoma, and it's a really good junior coaster. Finally we got Kieran Murphy on an unknown water ride. He didn't say where that was, so there you go, but thanks for sending that in. I can't even work out what that ride is, but yes, if you have any magic moments, any merch paradise, make sure you send them in on Facebook by searching Theme Park Worldwide or on Twitter at Theme Park WW. It's now time for some shout outs. So yes, it's time for the final section of the show, and here we are in the wonderful Flamingo Land Zoo. They've actually got a zoo monorail and it takes you around this little area, which is quite nice. Looks like the cars have had a bit of a refurbish as well, which is good. Now first shout out, a very special one, is to all the team here at Flamingo Land, and a special guy, I don't know what his name is, but a special shout out to the guy who was operating, well, he was hosting on Mumbo Jumbo, and he was also on Cliffhanger as well earlier today. All the shout outs then this week go to Sam Brown, Dan Bannon, Daniel Mark Jackson, Sana Ezra, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, as you know I'm not very good, Ethan Thomas, Jonathan Potts, Molly Towers, Choo Choo, Newcastle United, you've got Towers Nude, Jack Coaster, Kyle Leach, 12345 700126, wow I'm so good at that right now, Nathan Fisher, Sean Terry, The Ninja Cat 20, Streaky Bacon, Dutch Coaster Friends NL, Claudia Savage, Stuart Campbell who's heading to Pleasure Beach this week, Lewis James 451 who's just finished college, congratulations, Angelic 1234, Tom Lander, Team North, woo, Jake Craft, Kyle Leach, Matt Swain, Alton Towers AQA, Daniel Fotheringham, Hick Nick Evans, Tom Phillips, Jennifer Cousins, at Colours YT, and a happy 21st birthday to Nathan Hughes. And finally, last but not least, is Laura Asher. If you have any shout outs, magic moments, or some interesting merchandise, make sure you send it in to us here on the show at Theme Park WW on Twitter, or by searching Theme Park Worldwide on our Facebook page. Well, we thank you for watching Theme Park Worldwide, the show here on the wonderful Theme Park Worldwide YouTube channel. We've had a great trip here to Flamingo Land here in Bolton, North Yorkshire. It's been an absolutely epic trip, and I'm sure we'll be back here later in the year, along with also more of a look at Lightwater Valley Theme Park. It's been a great trip. We're just taking in one of their very gentle, relaxing rides now. As I said earlier on in the show, there's quite a lot of rides here, lots of relaxing stuff to see. You just saw in shout outs a bit of footage of the zoo, and it's just genuinely a really good park to come and visit. Next Tuesday we'll be back at the wonderful world of theme parks. We'll be having our biggest merch paradise ever, where we're going to be looking at lots and lots of different theme park maps from across the years. It's going to be really good, along with the latest worldwide and UK theme park news. Thanks for watching the Theme Park Worldwide YouTube channel. My name's Shawn Sanbrooke, and that means it's time to cue them credits. See you later guys, and have a great week.